guys. So let's move on to the next tool. Okay, so now you know that this is the move tool. All right, so you know the crop tool and all that. So I want us to look at this particular tool. It's very important. We call it eraser tool. I mean, the eraser tool is used for fading up images to fit in the background. All right, so as I told you that any image that you want to fade, or you want to do any editing, the first thing that you need to do is to rasterize the layer. After that, you can come and pick your eraser tool. On top, as soon as you pick your eraser tool, it gives you access which of the mode that you want. Do you want the brush mode, the pencil mode? I want it to be in the brush mode. Then you come and do your small settings over here. Make sure you set your hardness to 0. All right, then the brush, you can increase the size if you want it this way or if you want it this way, but we want the brush to be big. Always make sure the brush to be big so that you can start fading up your you can see my background is white. That is why I want the image to fit in the background. Okay, so this is the eraser tool. Okay, now when you come here to, you can change the color of the background. We'll do that. All right, so let's try to change the color of the background. So over here, come here to your layer panel. Where you see the layer, we have under it, we call it layer panel. If yours is not showing up, then probably it may be from your the reset settings. Okay, so come to your layer panel over here, set, and then make sure you come, this is called the fill. Okay, we call it solid color. So you come and pick the solid color, and then you can pick any color of your choice. Okay, so let's pick up this color. Good. Then let me pick or select my image. Okay, then you start to fade it out. Yes, that is it. Have you seen it? Good. So after the eraser tool, the next tool is called the paint bucket. We call it paint bucket. We have gradient tool. Okay, with the gradient tool too, if you want to use it, have you seen it? Control Z. Control Z means you deactivate. Now because it's faced up, it's because of my foreground color. So come to your gradient side here, come to your basics, and then you pick the color that is having the fade. Okay, we'll be using them, so don't worry much. Okay, don't worry much. I'll be showing you how to use the gradient and all this. Don't worry that much. We'll be using them in the assignments. All right, so now that we know our paint bucket, we know the gradient, we know the 3D material drop. All right, the next one, this one I won't talk about that much. Let's quickly move on to this. Is called a pen tool. Here it gives you the access to to draw any shape that you want. Okay, any shape that you want, you draw it, and then you come and pick, and then you pick shape. As soon as you pick shape, you can even give it a color. Okay, you give it a color, and then you are good to go. That is the curve. This one we'll be using them. I don't want to talk much because when we start doing our assignment, we'll be using them very well. And then this one you already know is called the text tool. This is where any tool that you select, I told you in the previous video that on top over here is where, as soon as you select your text, here is your font. Okay, this is your font. All right, so you can change the font to any font that you want. So let's pick Poppies. All right, any assignment that I give to, I'll give you the font. And then under Poppies, we have types or families of Poppies. We have black, we have bold, they are all in. And then this is the font size. Okay, always make sure that it is sharp. You can make your font to be left, center, or right. Okay, then you can change. This is where we used to change the color of the font. This one, you can change the color of the font to red, white, but because the background is blue, so let's maintain the color white. And then here is for WAP. I'll come back to that. And this is your character. Make sure always the character is activated. All right, note that always make sure your character is active. If your character is not showing up, you can come to window, click on window, and then you look up for character over here. Okay, character. Now someone may wonder this ruler. The ruler, you just have to press Ctrl R and the ruler is gone. Ctrl R, it is there. Okay, so don't worry about that. Then you can, if you want to type, just after you've selected your text tool, then you've done your small settings with the type of font that you want, the color, everything, then you click on the image, then you start to write image. Let's type image. Okay, now you could see that because the text is not showing is because my layer side, the text of my layer is under the image. That is why it's not showing up. So you can just click, hold it, and then shift it up, and then you leave it there, and then it shows. So I said before you can do anything, go and pick your move tool. Pick your move tool, and then you can move the text to any place that you want. You can enlarge it. You can enlarge the text, big one like this. Okay, you can even close up the text. There is spacing in between the text. So come to your character. That is what the importance of the character. So this T over here is for bold, this is for slant, this is for capital. When you are writing in small, you can use this for capital. You know the rest, you can explore. Okay, then with the font you can pick the extra bold, black. I want to give you very bold one. Okay, very bold. Okay, and then also I said you can close up the spacing by using the VA. There is VA here. You click the arrow showing down. If you click minus, then it is closing up. Minus 10. Have you seen it? It is closed. You can just even click here and then drag it back just to close up. You see it has closed up. You can open it up a little bit. Okay, so you just have to explore. Photoshop is more of exploring. Now the A over here is that when you are writing and then you leave some space and then you write joy, image joy. Okay, now, and I want to, let me reduce the font small, and I want the joy and then the image to close up. I use the A, click on the tick here, and then use the A, you close it up. Okay, so that they can be closed down. Now you realize that I said your text, you can double click, okay, and then come and make the text center so that the joy and then the image will be at the center. Okay, so here is it. This is how we write text using a text. Now the next tool that I want to talk about is the shape tool. The shape tool, yes, this one, the one with the triangle. You right click it and it will give you more shapes. Okay, this is where you use it to draw rectangle, square, triangle. The ellipse is for circle. So let me pick the first tool. Now any tool that you select, you can come to the top here and do your settings. The stroke means that is the color, the fill, the color. So let's draw it. Okay, if this round thing is showing, then it's because of my appearance. As soon as you draw the shape tool, if you are using 2021, you'll be given some properties over here. Okay, and under properties, we have some 4 corners or 4 edges over here. Anytime you draw any shape, this appearance will come. Pay attention to it. All right, drag it, just hold, click, hold and drag it. Just click here, hold and drag it. Have you seen it? So you watch on the shape, you can see that it has taken an effect. Okay, and there is this thumbnail over here, this thing. If you click on it, it means that if I hold one edge, it's going to affect only this place. Okay, if I come and click this part too, it will only affect the other one. okay, but if you activate it, then it means when I click and hold, it will affect everything. So note that one. You can even change the color using the fill to change the color. So note that one too. So for me to move it, pick your move tool and then you position it very well. That is that. All right, so let's draw in another shape. Let's pick in another shape, ellipse. All right, so the ellipse, when you are drawing, you select your shape and then you press shift, okay, on your keyboard, shift, and then you draw it, shift, okay, so that you get a clear circle. Nice one. You can even color it. Use this one, this small box over here, to color it, just to make sure you color it yellow. All right, come and pick my move tool and position it well. I can even close the and then position it well. Very nice one. Position it well. Yes. So this is how we draw shapes. There are more shapes in there, so you can triangle, you can explore. All right, so this will be the end of our introduction to Photoshop free 5 days Photoshop. All right, so let's start with our assignment. Thank you. Bye.